Hello, I'm Chief Bill Brooks of the Norwood, Massachusetts Police Department. We know that DNA has exonerated over 300 people of crimes they did not commit. We also know that in 3/4 of those cases, the innocent suspect had been mistakenly identified by an eyewitness. With the help of scientists, we have identified some of the reasons witnesses make errors. Many have to do with conditions beyond the control of the police, such as lighting, the suspect being of a different race, or the amount of time the suspect was in the witness's view. We have also learned that there are techniques the police can utilize to minimize the likelihood that an eyewitness will identify the wrong man. Included among them is instructing the eyewitness in a specific way, making sure to tell the witness that the person they saw may or may not be one of the people they will see in the array or lineup. Others include displaying photos or people one at a time, using officers who do not know who the suspect is, and asking a witness how certain she is of an identification as soon as it occurs. These so-called system variables are reforming the way police officers conduct show-ups, photo arrays, and lineups. Today we are going to talk about live lineups. In fact, because lineup participants are presented to the witness individually, they don't really line up anymore. So how do we conduct a lineup or a live array in today's blind sequential world? That's what we're going to talk about today. The first step in conducting a lineup, of course, is the selection of fillers who will stand with the suspect. The general rule of thumb is to select fillers who resemble the description of the offender as given by the eyewitness, not fillers who look just like the suspect.
Hi, Cindy. Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you. We'll go right this way. Right over here, Cindy. Officer Hawkins. This is Cindy Cady.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Officer Hawkins is going to help us out with this. If you could stay here with him while I get a few things squared away, I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.
Why don't you have a seat?
I'm just a little nervous. I've just been through it's very nerve-wracking.
Okay, Davey, come up to the door. Turn around. Right at the waist. Hands behind your back. I'm going to cuff you, okay? You can't be number one. What other number you want to be?
I'll be 3.
Okay, let's go. You ready? All right, it's going to look like this, gentlemen. You're going to come in, stand in front of the line.
Before the lineup actually begins, it makes sense for the detective to demonstrate for the fillers and suspect what they should do when the lineup is in progress. This ensures that they all do the same thing in the same way and follow the instructions appropriately. The officer standing in the background will be one of the blind administrators. He does not know who the suspect is in the investigation.
To your right. Okay? Okay, Cindy, Officer Hawkins is going to be in the room here while we do this. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, I just want to read you the instruction form.
Okay.
Okay, you are being asked to view a group of people. You will be viewing them one at a time. Please look at all of them. I am required to show you the entire series. They are in random order. Please make a decision about each person before moving on to the next one. The person who committed the crime may or may not be one of the people you are about to view. You should remember that it is just as important to clear innocent persons from suspicion as to identify the guilty. The officer administrating this procedure does not know whether any of the people were involved in the crime. The individuals you view may not appear exactly as they did on the date of the incident because features such as head and facial hair are subject to change. Regardless of whether or not you select a person, the police department will continue to investigate the incident. The procedure requires the officer to ask you to state, in your own words, how certain you are of any identification. If you do select someone, please do not ask the officer questions about the person you have selected, as no information can be shared with you at this stage of the investigation. Regardless of whether you select a person, please do not discuss the procedure with any other witnesses in this case. Do you have any questions before we begin?
No, I don't.
Okay. Can I just have you sign and date?
At this point, Detective Gover is going to sign the form and ask the witness and the uniformed officer to sign the form. He has explained to the witness that Officer Hawkins does not know which of the participants is the suspect in the investigation. He is our second blind administrator. Once the form is signed, the detective leaves the room. This is the last time he will see the eyewitness until the procedure is concluded.
I'll be right outside, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Number one, can you come into the room? Stop that black mark. All right, turn and face the door. Turn around and face me. Turn and face the glass. All right, number one, you're all set. Number two, can you come into the room?
Here, the participants are receiving instructions from the uniformed officer standing in a corner of the participant room. He's positioned himself in such a way so that he really cannot be seen from the other side, although because he does not know who the suspect is, it would not matter if he was visible. He's giving each boy the same instructions, that they should enter the room, face the glass, turn one way and then the other, and then face the glass again. In this case, the Norwood Police Headquarters is equipped with a room that facilitates lineups. The participant side has the light on, so that people on that side, when they look at the glass, see their reflection. The observation side has the light off. That's where the witness is located, and the witness can see through clearly. This is a view that the witness has of the lineup, but the participants cannot see her through the glass.
Number four, can you come into the room? Turn and face the door. Turn around and face me. Turn and face the glass.
In the so-called old days, lineups were conducted by having the participant actually line up so the eyewitness could see them all at once. But in the blind sequential world, similar to with photo arrays, the participants are presented to the witness one at a time. So instead of the participants lining up, they actually line up in the corridor and are brought into the room one at a time.
Turn around and face me.
As you can see, the witness cannot make comparisons, cannot perform so-called relative judgment, because she only sees the participants individually or one at a time.
Number six, can you come in the room?
This lineup only involves 6 participants, and it's the standard size for a lineup. But of course, the eyewitness does not know that.
Turn around and face me. Turn and face the glass. All right, number six, you're all set.
Can I see number 3 again?
We can show you the entire group one more time.
Okay.
Okay?
I would like that, please.
Okay. Johnny, run them through one more time.
It's not uncommon for witnesses to either ask to see the lineup a second time or ask to see a particular participant. But the instruction is the same for both. The administrator should tell the eyewitness that she can see the entire series one more time. In this case, she is asked to see number 3 a second time, and the officer has instructed her that she can see the entire series just once more.
Number two, can you come into the room?
If the witness makes an identification midway through the lineup, the certainty statement is taken at that time, but afterwards, the witness is reminded that she must see the entire series. So if this were the first lap of the lineup and she were to make an identification in the middle of it, the certainty statement would be taken, as you'll see in a moment, but she'd be reminded that she must view the entire series.
All right, number 2, you're all set. Number 3, can you come into the room? Turn and face the door. Turn around and face me. Turn and face the glass. All right, number 3, you're all set.
Now, some law enforcement agencies conduct their lineups with the participants seated. Back in the day, the participants would all sit in chairs or on stools in front of the witness. But of course, in a blind sequential plan, you want to avoid the witness being able to compare one participant to the other. So the only way to really accomplish this, or to accomplish it appropriately, is to turn the witness's back to the window, have the participant come in, sit down, take a seat, and then have the witness turn and look through the glass. The purpose of doing a sit-down lineup is, of course, intended to take height out of the equation so that all of the participants look approximately the same size. After a participant has been presented to the witness should turn her back as instructed by the blind administrator until the next participant enters the room and takes his seat. After the next participant is seated, the witness can be instructed to turn around and face the glass. And then the procedure is repeated with the second participant.
Turn and face the glass.
Turn and face the door. Turn around and face me. Turn and face the glass.
Okay, turn and face me.
You're all set, number 2.
It's number 3.
Without using a numerical scale, how certain are you?
Absolutely positive it's number 3.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So as soon as the eyewitness has made an identification, the officer takes the certainty statement right away. On the Norwood Police Department, we instruct the witness not to use a numerical scale to avoid the witness saying that the identification was an 8 or a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10. The important thing about the certainty statement is that it be taken immediately when the identification is made. Here the detective is walking the witness out of the police station.
So we're all set?
Yep, she picked out number 3.
Did she give a certainty statement?
She said she was absolutely positive.
Great.
As you can see, the identification is not discussed between the officers in the presence of the eyewitness, and this is done intentionally.
All right, guys, we're all set. I appreciate you coming in. If you go down to see the officer down the hall, he'll let you out. Take this number for me. 1 and 2, you can go. Damien, you stay with me. 4, 5, and 6, you're all set. Thank you. Turn around, Damien.
Lineups are an effective investigative tool. Police departments can enhance their impact and minimize the potential for eyewitness error by making science-based modifications to their procedures. Thank you for watching.